What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Alright, we're back up in this bitch. It's episode 7 or 6. I don't even know yet. Alright, so we're going to be talking about this one story, you know what I'm saying? A very special story, a very special individual. I don't even know his real name, bro. I forgot it, bro. Dude went by, like, fucking Lil Crack, bro. Alright, we're going to call him Lil Crack, bro. And, like, shit, I knew the homie for a while, bro. Alright, chill ass dude, bro. Alright, a little suspicious and shit as whatnot. I mean, it was cool, though. That was basically, like, at the time, bro, maybe, like, you know, like, I was in, like, a freshman, you know what I mean? I was a freshman, and, like, I had smoked, but not, like, previous to this. Like, yeah, actually I did, but it was one time. You know what I mean? And it wasn't really, like, you would traditionally expect. So the story of that, the first time ever smoking type shit, I was actually in a truck that, you know, somebody that, I know, you know, they had it in the shop, and the shop is where I work on my shit. So this truck has been there for 20 years, right? And the last person to drive it left, like, a little baggie of weed up in that hoe. And I decided, I was like, whoa, that's cool. And I was like, bro, I fucking smoked that 20-year-old weed, bro. That was crazy, bro. Alright? And then that was crazy, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure that shit got me fit. I can't remember, bro. Really can't. And, so I thought that was my first time smoking, I'm pretty sure. And I think it is, but... So the next time, it was from the homie Lil Crack, bro. I had a homie that met that homie. And, I'd be, like, at school or some shit. And, like, it didn't even matter. I didn't even give a fuck. You know what I mean? It was cray back then, bro. It'd be at the park, bro, whatever, bro. Be pulling up. Bro, back then it was like, he was up with that $20 a gram bullshit. You know what I mean? He was one of those motherfuckers, bro, like, flipping shit, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I mean, he was making $1, bro. I only bought from him, like, 2 or 3 times. Like, he, like, got, like, $60 off me, because I was like, bro, why don't you sell ounces? Like, what the fuck? That means, like, nah, most of sells a gram. I'm like, alright, whatever. And, you know what I mean? Like, acting like he's a big ass, like, plug, bro. Homie wasn't. It was just, like, at the time, like, he really was, bro. He really was, bro. He was one of the first people to be out there doing it. But he never upgraded. Like, he just stayed the dude selling a gram, which is crazy. I mean, most people took a gram and turned that shit into a pound. But that homie took a gram and turned that shit into, I don't know, bro. I don't know what the hell that homie did, bro. He either had some other kind of addiction or, like, some other shit going on, bro. And it's crazy because I actually saw the kid, you know, it was weird. Like, at first, like, he was just trying to, like, sell to me or whatever. And, like, weirdly became friends with the dude, which is crazy, bro. Because he was not somebody you'd want to be friends with type shit. Like, he reminds me of, like Eminem from 8 Mile. Like, bro, I went over to his house and it was, like, a trailer park and his mom just had meth on the table and, like, it's crazy, bro. Like, if child services saw that shit, he would not be living there. But, I mean, we're all grown now. We're all, like, 20. And, like, I've seen the dude. I've seen him, like, walking up the street. I've seen him around, bro. Like, I haven't seen him in, like, a while. But in the summertime, I mean, sometimes I see him just walking around, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I used to know him. Now he wouldn't even know what I looked like, bro. I've been in a store by the dude. He didn't recognize me. So, you know what I mean? I mean, it was so long ago that it was just, like, weird. I remember him thinking I was, like, some rich kid. Like, he just thought I was, like, rich, which I don't know why people do that. People oddly do that shit. They look at me and they're like, oh, well, your parents got money, so you're just one of them. Like as if I'm fucking just brought into this world with some dough. Like, that's not how that shit works. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the people I grew up with. Like, I don't know. Each for their own, bro. Every man for themselves, dude. But, you know, people would judge me because of that. They'd be like, oh, fucking your dad builds houses. Oh, you must have, like, a Lambo. And I'm like, homie, got, like, an F-250. Like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get that. I don't get that shit, bro. Really? You know? But it's cool. That wasn't what I was trying to talk about, you know? So, anyways, me and Lil Crack, bro, it was weird. Like, one day I was with him, and I remember it was his homie's birthday, bro. And, like, we were at the park skating, and, like, I went over to I left the party, bro, to fucking buy fucking a gram off this dude. Like, come on, bro. You know, actually, I might have bought 2. And it sucked because me and this other homie I had at the time, which I thought was my best homie, ended up kind of, I don't really know what he is now. We're not like not friends, but I guess like we got so distant that we became not friends, if that makes sense. Like, I guess. But, you know, I was supposed to be at the birthday party, bro, and so was my other homie, but my other homie was like weird. Like, when he was around, if he was like, bro, like, what you trying to do? You know what I mean? I'd be like, shit, I'm trying to get a gram. Be like, oh, fuck yeah, let's go do it. And then he'd just be on the mission. He didn't care what it was. If I was like, oh, bro, let's go to Walmart and fucking go get some sodas, we'd be like, fuck yeah. So, I don't know what it was, but when he was around, I'd just be like making up shit to go do. So I was like, hey, bro, like, I don't know why. I just didn't feel like it was wrong to go fucking meet the homie. And matter of fact, he might have met us. Shit, I think he might have came down there and just saw us. I'm not sure. I really don't even think I hit him up. I don't know. He was always around that park, bro. So he could have just seen us, or we could have seen him. And it was probably one or the other. But either way, that doesn't make it right. So anyways, my homie was too scared to go over there. Bro, I don't know why it'd always be like that, bro. Like, we get in some shit, and then he'd just be like running or fucking not into it. So I don't know. I didn't give a fuck. I just went over there. I mean, motherfucker could have robbed me, stabbed me, some shit, bro. Probably thought about it. But I was like, hey, bro, like, dude, you really could turn your shit around, homie. Like, it's like, dude, you could be somebody great, bro. Like, you don't gotta be like this, dog. Like, ain't nobody making you do this shit. So, like, I don't know, bro. We went inside the house and we watched some TV, and we were playing this one song, and it was called Molly by Ian Dior, bro. Or like, it might have been Cutthroat. I think it was Molly though, bro. I'm not sure. And like, he was playing that shit and he really liked that song, bro. So, I don't know, bro. That homie was really living a crazy ass life, bro. Like, I don't know. If he wanted to eat, bro, he went and sold a gram. Like, he went and sold something, bro. It was crazy. Like, that mofo didn't even want to be that way, bro. He didn't even want to live that life, bro. He was brought into this world, and it, like, I know you got a choice, like, everybody got a choice, but, bro, that homie didn't have a choice, bro. Dude, they asked me if I wanted something to eat, and they were like, oh, we have beans and bread, and that's what they ate. Like, bro, they was eating beans and bread on it, bro. It was fucked up, bro. And they thought that was normal, and they were like, trying to give me a deal. I was like, bro, I'm fine. So we were chilling in his room, though, bro, and he was just showing me his life. He was like, bro, he's like, is this what you want to be like, bro? He's like, I don't know why you even smoking, dog. I don't even know why you want to smoke. And I'm like, he's like, I just don't know why you just don't seem like the type of person that wants to. I'm like, dude, what do you mean, like, everybody fucking smokes, bro? Like, what do you mean, like, fucking, I know people's grandmas that smoke. I know fucking people's aunts, but, like, I don't know. He just, like, judged me, bro, because the way I looked, like, what I was wearing, which, what I had on was from birthday parties or from fucking, I don't know, man. Just shit, whatever people bought me, bro. But I guess that was better than what he had, you know? So he saw that. You know, what I should have been wearing was, like, some Nike, like, some regular, or, like, some and ones or some shit, bro. You know what I mean? I would have blended in. But it's whatever, bro. That was my last year of school anyway, so. But, you know, I remember just fucking talking to him about that shit. I don't know, he disappeared for a while. And, like, this girl was looking for him. And she kept calling me, like, all the time, asking me if I knew where he was. And I was like, bro, I haven't talked to him in a long time. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, I don't know, I just never saw him after that. And that was, like, 5 years ago. So, shit, I mean, I've seen him on the road a couple times and walking down the street, but that's it, man. One time, me and my other friend, we were driving up the road in a fucking RT, alright? And we saw him, and then he was like, oh, bro, whose car is this? And right before we pulled up, I was like, let me talk, bro. Like, let me deal with this shit, bro. Like, you don't say shit. And he was like, for sure, bro. You got this, dog. Because, like, I told him, bro, I had this shady-ass feeling. I've always had this weird feeling about the fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna try and stab me or some shit. So I was like, whatever, bro. I'm just gonna fucking treat him like a normal person. And that shit, my kindness, bro, my kindness probably fucking saved my ass that day, bro. I'm just saying, all kinds of shit. Dude, the way I treated him probably saved a few times, bro. There was times where, like, I stuck up for his bitch and him, bro, because some dude was trying to hit on her, and I was like, hey, bro, don't be doing that shit, bro. Alright? Little crack will fuck you up, bro. So, like, I don't know, bro. I kind of earned his respect, and I don't know if I did or didn't, because, like, I think he thought I was fake at some point or some shit. I don't know. He quit fucking with me. And, I saw him on the road. And he saw us and recognized us, so my homie stopped and talked to him, and then I was like, bro, I should, like, whatever, bro. So we stopped, and then we were like, hey, bro, what's up? And he's like, whose car is this? And I was like, our grandpa's. And then he was like, oh, yeah? And I was like, yeah, he's just letting us take it out. He's like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, yeah, where'd y'all get it? And I was like, I don't know, he fucking bought it. He's like, oh, yeah? He's like, you got any drugs? And I was like, nah, dude. I don't got drugs, bro. What do you mean? Like, why are you asking me if I have anything? I thought you were the dude that... And he's like, alright, well, if y'all don't have any drugs, bro, then I don't have any business with y'all. And he just drove off. Like, he was on a bicycle. He was on that bike. Bro, he's always on a bicycle. He's been on a bicycle since I known him, bro. Since, like, fucking, like, 9th grade, bro. I was, like, fucking, like, 5 years ago, dude. That shit, almost 6, bro. Like, damn. So, yeah, man, just... word of advice, watch 8 Mile, alright? And then, so that's the life of some people, bro. That's really real life out here, bro. There's more people living like fucking 8 Mile or like some XXXTentacion shit, bro. Alright? Type life, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's people, bro, there's 1,000 King Vons out there, bro. There's a fucking million fucking people like King Von, alright? Or Chief Keef, bro, that grew up in like the fucking slums, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of those people, bro. And no one really realizes that shit, but that's a majority of like America, bro. And I'm not saying it's anybody's fault but their own, but like, hey, everybody's got a choice in this life, bro. You don't have to rule of advice, you don't have to sell weed, bro. You could literally walk down the road until somebody lets you work for them, bro. There's a lot of people who realize homies are just in shitty situations and want to under the table pay them and shit. Like, there's a feed store right down the road here, but they would have let them work at. But all I'm saying is, bro, word of advice, bro, don't fucking do drugs. Don't be around people that do drugs, bro. Don't even fucking smoke. If you've never smoked and you don't want to, don't try it just because somebody hands you. I didn't ever smoke because somebody handed me a blunt. I just fucking found that shit one day and decided to, I don't know, bro. I just found it in a glove box of a truck one time, and I was like, whoa. And I know what this shit is. I seen rappers with this shit, bro. It just changed. All I'm saying, bro, is it changed my life, but in the good way. I've seen it change people's lives in a bad way. All I'm saying is, bro, just, also, don't hit any kind of nicotine products, bro. Unless it's a cigar or, like... Yeah, unless it's like a cigar, that's it, bro. And get the expensive ones. Don't ever fucking smoke some cheap shit, bro. That's one thing I've learned, too. You know what I mean? But also, bro, just don't be around people like that, bro. I knew damn well what I was getting myself into. And honestly, it was, I really had an intuition feeling the whole time that I'd be alright. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, people don't. But listen to your intuition, bro. I might have a part 2 of this shit later, because I have a bunch of stories about this dude. So I mean, I don't know, bro. Word of advice, bro. It just kind of like made me feel bad for him, bro, sometimes, because like, I don't know, he just told me I had like a good family and shit and stuff, and like he just told me a lot of shit, bro. That kid taught me a lot of things, bro. I'm making him seem like he's a bad person or some shit. He's not. He just went through some shit, bro. He just had a shitty life, bro. A life that a lot of y'all don't even fucking know what it would be like. Like, I don't know what that shit would be like, bro. I know somebody that lives in a trailer who would be compared rich to him, bro. Literally. Alright? And they live in the nicest trailer ever, bro. And it's clean on the inside. Like, I know a homie, bro. I know people who think they're poor that are rich to this kid type shit. You know what I'm saying? But alright, homies, there will be a part 2 of this probably. I'll see y'all homies later. Peace out. Suck on some titties for 2025, alright? Suck on some titties, bro. Alright, we got Trump in office. Suck some tits, bro.